Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Oops, sorry, camera's a little blurry. Let me just wipe it off for you. Okay, hi guys, we're back in Soi 9 Sukhumvit and we're heading to Soi 3. Hey, what's up? Hey, don't you just love it when you're she's probably looking at the camera, not at me. Anyhow, we're heading to Soi 3. I call this area the Little Arabia of Bangkok. Otherwise, most people, expats, call it Soi Arab. Um, not many videos on it online, so I want to share it with you guys. It's a hidden gem in a sense. Yeah, and right over here, you can also see a new building coming up, JLK Tower, just recently built. Look at that nice little park in front of it. It's not a public park, it's actually a private park, but everyone's going there to take pictures. It's so strange, it's really funny. Right now, we're going past Soi 7. Yeah, you can check it out. It's actually got a lively vibe now. Lots of beer gardens there. I'll definitely cover that location in a future video, but for now, let's just stick to our mission, exploring Little Arabia, aka Soi Arab. You can start to see Arabic signs here. This is how you know we're getting closer. We're nearing Soi 5, where the Arab influence really comes alive. Actually, it's a really cool place. It's a hawker style food court with multiple vendors. You can order anything from like pak krapao beef for 90 baht, that's around 250 USD, to tom yum noodles for like 120 baht, that's around 3 USD. It's on my right here, it's called Nana Seafood. And you know, if you're feeling fancy, you can even grab a lobster too. It's a great spot to like grab a beer and people watch. Seriously, I highly recommend it. Okay, so right now we are turning into Soi 5. This is where the magic happens, I guess, in a way. First up, actually, we will go past this Yemeni restaurant called Bab Al Yemen. And then on the left, you would have Andalusia and Hafid Cafe. Both of them serve fantastic Middle Eastern cuisine. And coming up on our left, I think you can see Foodland. Foodland is a supermarket, but inside is a diner. It's called Took Lae Dee. The food is incredibly affordable. Fried rice with diced chicken goes for around like maybe 79 baht. That's around 2 USD if I'm not mistaken. So it's a really, really good deal. Now, as we get deeper inside, you'll realize the signs become more Arabic, and your spot shops that sell more Middle Eastern and Arabic products and Arabic specialty kind of shops. Example, like a oud shop. Oud is basically a non-alcoholic perfume that's popular in the Middle East. Now, on my right is the famous Calibers Tavern Hotel. It's a outdoor beer garden, as you can see. Used to be really lively before COVID-19, but it's so much quieter now. It still looks great, you know. Hopefully it recovers soon. Now, as you can see, we're taking this small alley that connects Soi 5 to Soi 3-1. In Thai addresses, /1 indicates a smaller street branching off the main one. And on my right is the Middle Eastern restaurant and hotel. Just above it on the second floor is the Sukhumvit Mosque. This is where many Muslims gather for their Friday prayers. So you see a lot of them coming to this location on Friday around noon. Walking through here, right, you can't help but feel like you've been transported to like a bustling alley in Cairo or Beirut. The atmosphere is, easy to say, amazing. All right, so right now we are at Soi 3-1. Welcome to the heart of Bangkok's Little Arabia. I love how cities like Bangkok, Manila, Kuala Lumpur, and Singapore all have these unique Middle Eastern enclaves, much like Chinatowns. It's fascinating how these communities have adapted to local cultures while maintaining their roots. So you can see now we are at the famous Al Baik. Al Baik is a Saudi fried chicken brand that was founded 50 years ago in Jeddah by a Palestinian Saudi businessman, Shakur Al Ghazala. You can tell he's from Gaza just by the name. Uh, you know, just like Aisha Speed will say, "Free Palestine." I'll definitely be back later for some fried chicken. Okay, so right now we are at Soi 3 Sukhumvit Road. So if you remember from the previous video, we were at Soi 4. So this road, if you see the traffic flow, it leads all the way to Soi 4. And that's where Nana Entertainment Plaza is. As you can see, it's like full of life, very busy road. Lots of tuk-tuks waiting for Middle Eastern tourists heading out for the night. This store on my right, sorry, on my left is called, aptly called Shawarma Corner. I've seen these guys like probably like for the last 10, 15 years. We We are back at Soi 31. This on my right is Master Suites, decent hotel. Rooms around 35 USD a night. What I love about this area is the mix of people. Thais, Arabs, Africans, Indians, Pakistanis, Westerners. Even at night, right? The shops are brightly lit and open. I think in the day though, it's actually quite quiet. And I think it's because everyone's hiding from the daytime heat in Bangkok. Okay, we are now at Al Hussein, where I'm ordering actually a cup of karak tea. Karak tea is a sweet spiced milk tea that's incredibly popular in the Middle East. And the kebabs at Al Hussein, I swear to God, the best in Southeast Asia. At 160 baht, that's around 4 USD, they're massive. They're almost the size of my forearm. So Suki is a grocery store specializing in Middle Eastern products. You'll find many stores like this in this area in particular. So thank you for joining me on this tour of what I call the Little Arabia of Bangkok. I hope this video proves helpful and provides useful information for anyone curious about this unique enclave, and especially for Muslim travelers as well. My goal with these videos is to share real authentic information and uncover hidden gems, not the same old tired travel cliches you see everywhere. As you can see, now we're back on Sukhumvit Road. You can see it's a busy, lively area. That's why I enjoy staying in Nana. I hope you enjoyed this tour. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.